Well, you had the troubles all begin from the policing agencies, which also include the police and other agencies, the arresting authorities, and how they go about investigating, charging people to courts, and getting them remanded. So when the problems begin from that angle, it follows that it will extend. The effects will go on along the whole chain. So how do we begin to address that to be relevant to the reforms that are being introduced in the correctional service?
Yes, I think the government should look at the facilities available to the police officers and other law enforcement agencies and strengthen their capacity, and giving them the opportunity to also begin to put in different line by age and what have you, and the kind of offense that has been committed. Doing that will be very, very important, but by the time the police take them to court, it is also a very long process. And so sometimes it takes a long time for judges to sit and then adjudicate on those cases. And therefore, a lot of people hanging around, not knowing their faith. And then by the time you also now have them put in the correctional place, sometimes it becomes difficult. And you see them, spending so much time, years, without conclusion of whether they're guilty or not. And that's why we're saying the government should strengthen the capacity of the police in terms of arrests and taken to court. They should also ensure that there are courts everywhere for anyone to attend. Otherwise, the way it is now is that sometimes it's very difficult for prosecution with fiat. It becomes difficult. And so we need to look at those. And then we also need to look at when you bring teenagers, sometimes there are no available places to put people according to their age. And you find yourself pushing the junior officers, the junior children to stay with hardened criminals. And so it does not even work well for us. There's a lot to be done. Government should look at that and look at it and do something better, so that those who are taken into the correctional services should come out as citizens and do better and be seen to be integrated in the community. If you look at Katari is one prison place on your way to Kaduna. There's farm. They call it prison farm. Also in Rivers State, we have also prison farm. Those of them that he's had their attitude and the way they are the way they've gone far while in detention in the correctional centers are asked freely to go farm and come back. We have that in Katari. We have that in Rivers.